What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Rex Righteous at it again with another episode of All Eyes on Raph, episode 6. What a week, what a month, what a year. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the All Eyes on Raph show. It's a new year, 2015, and we're kicking it off with the Royal Rumble. It's been great. All the news on boxing, wrestling, it's been great. I'm really enthusiastic about it and excited about what's coming up next. I checked out the Royal Rumble this year. It was fun. I really liked the triple threat match with Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and Seth Rollins, which was for the WWE Heavyweight Championship title. I don't remember if that was a no holds barred match. Oh, I think yes it was, because the security got in the match and that was crazy. And it was funny as well because I haven't been keeping up with Raw or anything like that. But funny that Seth Rollins has security and they're calling it the new Shield. Really entertaining. But I like the match. I'm not really into too much of the entertainment aspect of how they wrestle anymore because I'm switching off to strong style. I'm gonna be covering Wrestle Kingdom on here, so you guys take a look and try something different if you're not into New Japan wrestling, and see where I'm coming from with this, because they wrestle a certain way which is called strong style, and I like that a little bit better. It's funny that WWE tries to do it, but they still cater back to the kids, which is cool. So, you know, it's good that I have a little bit of an alternative. You know, I can switch off and find out which is the one that I like the most. But anyway, going back to the match, I was kind of entertained with Seth Rollins. I like his moves. I don't really like his curb stomp finisher. I think it doesn't work in the heavyweight division because, you know, like guys like Brock Lesnar will just demolish him for that, especially with the fact that he can pull off any move at any moment. I'm more entertained by him, and I actually think that it's a great thing that he's the champion, because at least you know that guy will put his life on the line for the title. I mean, it's WWE we're talking about. No way that we're talking about like losing limbs or whatever, just getting injured. But the guy got his ribs broken by Seth Rollins in a match like that, so it was kind of competitive, but it's still WWE. So I liked it. It was a great match. I'm not too happy about John Cena's performance because every single time he had the opportunity to do a move, he could have done anything else but the attitude adjustment, and he would decide to do that. I was not pleased by that. I actually ignore what he does sometimes, and I can't believe, I'm still shocked to this day that he still wrestles like that. But I'm sure that the bosses tell him to wrestle like that, so it's not all his fault. But still, I'm not happy with him being in big matches like that, and he still pulls off attitude adjustments every time he gets the chance. So I'm not happy with that. But in the Royal Rumble match, there was a lot of great guys that stole the show, which was Ziggler, Cesaro, Tyson Kidd. I like Tyson. He didn't steal the show, but he shined. Daniel Bryan, of course, Bubba Ray in the beginning, and Dean Ambrose. And so there was some more guys. I might have missed a few, but those were the main key guys that really did their diligence in the matches of the Royal Rumble. Kane and Big Show always dominate, always do well. And I was really interested in what's gonna happen with this guy that won, Roman Reigns. I don't think he did bad, but at the same time, the fans didn't react correct way to him. I guess they wanted a better finish. Daniel Bryan got kicked out at 14, and he had a huge pop when he came in, and he did really well. He held his own. He was Daniel Bryan, but I don't know what they're planning in the WWE or what they plan in the back, but it's gonna be him and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. There's not too much I can talk about when it comes to WWE because I don't watch Raw faithfully and I don't keep up with the storylines, but I'll keep you guys updated with that if I get some feedback. If not, I'm gonna just say what I think. Like I said, I'm still into the New Japan Wrestling and I'm trying to find out what's new with WWE, but everything seems the same, so that's it for that. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and the WWE Championship title on the line, and Royal Rumble was great. I didn't really like all the other matches. I wasn't really interested, so I would give it a 7. Probably if you talk to me with all the hype behind it, if I was just to watch it, so if it wasn't that night, I probably would have gave it a 6 or 6.5, but it was pretty entertaining, so I give it a 7. Now moving on to Wrestle Kingdom 9, which was a great platform for wrestling. It brings together all the wrestling federations, well, most of them, together in one night. So it's kind of like a WrestleMania, but it's with all the federations. They mentioned WWE, so it's not like they don't care about the WWE. They care about them, but they want guys to come over there and wrestle. So it's like the best wrestlers come. The Ring of Honor titles are on the line. The New Japan titles are on the line. So these guys actually wrestle. I mean, it's super close to MMA. Like, super close. So, I think you guys would be entertained if you are into that kind of stuff. If you like wrestling or if you like MMA. New Japan Wrestling is where it's at. I'm trying to tap into Ring of Honor and watch a little bit more of New Japan Wrestling. NXT is another one, which is under WWE, but I would favor NXT more because they're up-and-comers, and I'm more into that kind of stuff where it's more realistic and you don't expect to know who's gonna win. So, moving on, the best wrestlers of that night: AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura. That guy is special. He's the Intercontinental Champion over there. He has a lot of attitude, bravado. He favors for male or female in Japan. People love him out there. He has a lot of bravado. Check him out. His name is Shinsuke Nakamura. Really dope wrestler. And he takes a beating as well. He faced Kota Ibushi. Yeah, that's how it's pronounced. Ibushi. That guy's more like of our cruiserweight type of style wrestling, but he's in the middle. So since it's for the Intercontinental Champion, he can fight. He can throw down. That was a really dope match. The championship match was Hiroshi versus Okada, which is a dope match that, you know, you couldn't really figure out who was going to win. I mean, if you're into New Japan Wrestling, you probably would know who's the better wrestler. But if you're just catching on to it, just like I was, it was really interesting. And they both, you know, put their hearts into it. And at the end, it was so different from watching something in WWE. I mean, this guy was being thrown sweat towels so he could throw them right back to his fans. I mean, they respect him that much, where he was just walking around almost like he was a king. And you don't see that much in American wrestling or North American wrestling. and I found that interesting. I want to watch more of these matches. I like that they're bringing more people from the American side. AJ Styles was there, as I said before. There's some ex-WWE wrestlers in there, like Shelton Benjamin and a couple other cats that are in there. The entertainment value was really great. They had JR commenting, and I forgot the other guy's name. He was a commenter for WWE, but I think his name is Stryker, Matt Stryker. Yeah, that's his name. And he was in there too, so it kind of gives you the best of both worlds, where it's like everybody's coming together to show their skills. It has nothing to do with, you know, too much entertainment. It's not oversaturated by entertainment. It's more about the skills. So I liked it, man. Check it out, Wrestle Kingdom 9. I will leave a link on the description. So I want to let you guys know that episode 7 should be a little bit different. I should be going back to some Flash, Arrow, Z Nation coverage, Gotham, Constantine, and if it's not too late, then maybe Walking Dead. I've added Z Nation on there because I had a friend that showed me while I was over his place, and it's pretty good. It's actually action-packed, and it's a little bit faster than Walking Dead, and it's only on its first season. I haven't checked out all the episodes, but I'm really liking it. It's easy to watch, and I can't wait for season 2 for Z Nation. So guys, stay in tune with that. I also got a Facebook like page. You know, check that out, because I will definitely need you guys to give me some feedback on what do you think on some of these shows that I'm watching. If you think there's something out there that can entertain me, or maybe show me a side that I'm not paying attention to, maybe something that's a little bit more competitive than these shows, then I will definitely tap into it. Right now I haven't watched Agents. I'm hearing that the show is good, but I'm just waiting for Arrow and Gotham. Those are my top 2 shows: Gotham, Arrow, Flash, and Walking Dead. That's it for that. Tapping into the Premier Boxing Champions, aka also it is called HAYMON Boxing. It's gonna be on NBC. It should be free. I don't know if all you guys are boxing fans, but if you do like a little bit of boxing, come on, you know, it's gonna be free, so you cannot ignore that. The fights will be on March 7th. It's gonna be Keith Thurman versus the Ghost, Robert Guerrero. Keith Thurman has 21 KOs, has 24 wins, and 0 draws. The Ghost has 37 wins with 18 KOs. He's coming off of a loss with Mayweather. That was his biggest match. And it should be a good match, because Keith Thurman's a knockout artist. The last match he had, he won, but he also fought safely, so no knocking out in that last match, but he's a knockout artist, so he's trying to show a little bit of both. I know Guerrero's gonna come in to fight, and he likes to create wars, so he'll take a lot of hits just to create a war. So it should be a good match. It's gonna test Keith Thurman's chin and his skills. Danny Garcia match is going to be on April 11th. Lamont Peterson will be in there to fight undefeated Danny Garcia for the 140 title. I don't know much about Lamont Peterson, but I hear that it's gonna be a skill for skill type of matchup. I can't really touch on it too much. I just know that Danny Garcia is a guy that if you if he catches you slipping, he will knock you down. He will bring you to round. So I don't know much about it. I can't say who's gonna win, but I think that's gonna be an exciting match. Again, that is on April 11th. Adrian Broner is also on the same card as March 7th. He's gonna be facing John Molina Jr., which is coming in with 27 wins, 22 KOs, and 4 losses. The man has had a little war there with Lucas Matei, and I know that guy is no joke. Those are heavy hitters. John Molina's been in there with some heavy hitters. He's gonna fight Adrian Broner, which is coming in with 29 wins and 22 knockouts. 1 loss versus Maidana. So, I can't say who I'm gonna favor here. I know that Adrian Broner has problems with coming in weighing the right weight that he's supposed to fight at. You know, I've been hearing that he walks around at 170 when the guy's supposed to be weighing in at 140. That's 30 pounds over. You know, it's kind of ridiculous, but you know, he's on Al Heyman's payroll. The guy makes a good amount of money for a young star, so you know, I can't take anything away from him. I haven't checked out any of his new workouts, but I'm interested to find out if this fight is going to be dominating from Adrian Broner, or if it's going to be a battle again like he had with Maidana. I'm pretty sure that Adrian Broner still has heart. I don't know about his chin, but he still has heart, and his last win was pretty convincing. So that's all I can say about that. I think that match is worth watching though. March 7th again. Should be good. Now tapping into the Canelo controversy that went down. He was supposed to be fighting Cotto. He was looking into fighting for the junior middleweight, if I'm not mistaken. And Cotto basically stayed quiet until Canelo could not take anymore. So De La Hoya, Golden Boy, and Saul Canelo Alvarez moved on to fight James Kirkland. And I've watched some of his highlights. I don't know much about him. That fight is going to be on May 2nd. I do know that James Kirkland is pretty good. He's a lefty, he's southpaw, and he hits hard. I mean, he only has 1 loss, so he's just like Canelo. He hasn't faced an elite fighter yet, but he hits pretty hard. His last issue he had was in June. He was arrested for an assault and did jail time in Texas. I'm not sure where the fight is going to be, but I just know that James Kirkland has had some law issues. He's had issues with the law, is what I meant to say. And Canelo is looking for a big win, so you know, that should be a fight to look out for. I'm not sure if it's still going to be on May 2nd. If they're saying it's going to be on May 2nd, I'm kind of excited because it might be here in Vegas at the UNLV Stadium, or it could be in Texas. So let's see how they approach this, because HBO could be planning something with Mayweather and Pac. Still not sure if it's going down, but it's in the works. It's kind of weird how some of these fights happen. Rios and Alvarez, they both fought, and Alvarez was having problems with the law as well, but it might have to do with the ranking. They might just want to clean up some of the ranking and just clean up the middleweight and the welterweight division and get these guys out of the way, because sometimes they're good for 1 year and they might be one of the top 5 or top 10 fighters of the year 2013 or 14 or even 12 or whatever, and then all of a sudden they're kicked out because they're not on point, or they just been taking time off because they're injured. So that might have happened with Mike Alvarez and Rios. If you didn't watch that match, it didn't go that far. It went up to round 3. So Rios might be moving on. to a better match. He fights with Top Rank. It's gonna be interesting. So the most I can say about boxing today is gonna be really interesting of where it goes from now on, because there's still talks of May versus Pac. Mayweather's being kind of quiet about things, but he's also being positive, which is new. He's not talking too much. He's simply stating facts, but at the same time still shows sometimes that he's trying to stall things. So I don't know if it's him with his wizardry and he's trying to just slow everything down and not let people get too hyped about it, or really he's trying to figure out the contract. I'm not sure. But Pac says that it's an 80% possibility that the match goes down. They're saying May 2nd. Every time I speak to Pacquiao, they're saying May 2nd. So they're locked into that day. It should be here in Vegas. You know, I think they got everything figured out. The gloves, the drug testing, what agency for the drug testing, who comes in first. I don't know if they got everything figured out with the networks, but the networks can figure that on their own. They've done it before, and I'm sure that they've tried to figure it out every time that they heard that Pacquiao might fight Mayweather. So I think you guys should get ready for this. Start booking your flights or whatever. Like, not now booking them, but I mean, like, start looking at some flights or start checking out what you're gonna do that night. Like, you know, how explosive would it be that night for everybody to just be sitting in front of their TV and watching one of the best matches of all time? I mean, it's looking like it might go down as one of the most lucrative matches of all time. Plus, it should be some competition in there. There might be 2 matches, so it's not gonna just go down as one fight and one and done. But if it is, hopefully it's not dominating from either or boxer. I really believe that either boxer can dominate. So Pacquiao can just, you know, beat him to the punch and just bloody him up, and then, you know, slowly try to knock him down. I don't see Floyd dominating Pac, but if he was to dominate him, one of these guys are gonna get hurt. That's just how I see it. They're too confident. They're both elite fighters, and they're both very confident fighters. So the first match should be really great. It should be a battle. I really think that Floyd has to let his hands go to stay in the match. And if he lets his hands go, it can really go to Floyd. I'm rooting for Pacquiao. My money's on Pacquiao. I see the skills that Floyd has. He can honestly beat Pac, but I think that Pac is really fast. And he can bring a lot to the table. It's not just one little trick, but they both have tricks, and that's an argument for another day. But honestly, I am super excited for this fight. I like the fact that they met up at the Heat game, go Heats, and they were just cordial, man, just being friendly. So that's basically it. I just heard word that they were at the hotel room talking, you know, with Pacquiao's wife and Pacquiao's wife's sister and a whole bunch of people. I'm assuming that they're getting comfortable with each other, and hopefully they can announce this on the Super Bowl, and if not, then sometime soon. But it's gotta be sooner than February, because May is not that far, but it's pretty close, and they gotta train. So, you know, hopefully this thing will go down. We'll hear from it, and then we can tune into all the little training videos and stuff like that. It's gonna be cool to figure out what are these guys talking about in the interviews, and find out who's gonna be the judges, and who's gonna be part of this. So you already know it's your boy Raph. I got a new boxing group called ADM Boxing on Facebook. Check me out. If you need a link, please let me know. I might be starting a new group on Facebook for wrestling as well, ADM Wrestling. If you guys need anything, let me know. Any news, please hit me up. For video games, wrestling, basketball, boxing, I'm here to cover it and check it out. Also in the background, I'm on Instagram, RapHLegend193, Facebook me, r.calvo29. So, it's your boy Rex, signing off, episode 6, boxing and wrestling.